Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my sunflowers. How are you on this Sunday afternoon, late afternoon, I guess. What time is it, baby?
It is 4:40.
4:40. Well, at 4:40, we decided, with much trepidation, baby Crone and I, there were two people we want to talk about. We decided to pull out the cap first, would be Lizzo. We're going to run cards on Lizzo because what's going on with Lizzo?
Yes.
I mean, I feel sad. I feel like this. My thing is, one of the girls said she couldn't go to bed. You're a grown woman. Nobody can't tell you can't go. It's like, mother, may I? Yes, you may, but no, you may not. You're a grown woman. Nobody's gonna tell me I can't go to the bathroom. Now, did they hide the bathroom? Did they lock the keys? What would be a reason why you couldn't just get up and go to the bathroom? A, B. You all sit around. Before you were all wanting to be dancers. Now you come into the world and you see this world is not what you want. So you come in with your religions and all of these things. I'm not saying Lizzo is right and I'm not saying Lizzo is wrong. But what I am saying, she gave you all a big chance. You all look good. You all look good. And now some of you are saying, you really love her. She's still the queen. How you're like a two-headed snake. You bite me and then you love me. Why? If you don't, this is my thing. We're always quick to sue. When are we going to be responsible for ourselves? If I don't like a job, I quit. I will quit. Do I give a notice? Maybe. It depends. So, and then you sue. But have something to sue about. But when I hear grown women, she wouldn't let me go to the bathroom and she made me go out. Nobody can't make you do anything. And if you did it, and this is the kicker, I was afraid to lose my job. Grow up. If you was that afraid, why are you suing? I mean, this is ridiculous. I tell you, we live in a culture that, and I'm not saying Lizzo's wrong. I'm going to tell you what I don't believe. I will not believe. I mean, y'all will have to prove it to me because I do not believe that Lizzo is going to be teasing anybody about overweight. Because it seemed like Lizzo was bigger than almost all those girls. That just doesn't even make sense to me.
And she promotes body positivity so much. And
also, let me just put this out here. Clearly, somebody at the top wants to either humiliate Rizzo or they want Rizzo to be tarnished. This is coming from the top. And I wouldn't even think about it. But even Beyonce would give homage to Rizzo in her song. And now Beyonce not even acknowledging it? See, you better watch out for that Queen Bee. How she already know what's going on?
Right, when just the last month, Lizzo was raging and having fun.
Crying about Beyonce been saying her name. Come on. You see, that's what I'm saying. Somebody at the top is saying, we either going to teach Lizzo a lesson or we bringing Lizzo down. But to me, this just seemed like a hit. To me. Either humiliation or somebody been having it in for you. And they're using these girls to get what they want. A lot of times when you have cases like this, they kind of like petty. And usually they settle out of court and you walk away with a little something, not much to shake a stick at, really, a few $1,000s, if that. Because at the end of the day, I don't really see how you was hurt. I don't see no hurt or anything. All I see is there was grown women that didn't want to lose their job because they got a very lucrative job, a very famous job, working with a very famous person. And they didn't want to lose their job. So they dealt with it until, I guess, they let them go or whatever. I don't know what happened. I think that Lizzo let somebody go. I don't know. All will be out. We will follow it. Baby, come fill in the details as I get the cards.
Yes.
I'm going to call it Lizzo and the Girls.
Okay, Lizzo and the Girls. So, speaking of the girls, we have Ariana Davis, and then we have Noelle Rodriguez.
They the girls.
Yep, and Crystal Williams.
And two of them were from
Watch Out for the Big Girls.
I remember them. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, if I don't like working for you, I don't like work, I quit. Like, I don't care what kind of job it is. If I don't like it, I'm out. I'm not gonna work. I don't understand that. But I understand the fame. I understand if I had to work under conditions like that, no. I would have been complaining. I would have been like, I ain't working under this condition. She hard to work for.
Yes.
I mean, you know, her conditions are not right. It'll come out in the wash. And if y'all ever looking for somebody, okay, I'm a part of it. But I'm not going to stay at a job and be miserable and wet myself because I'm scared I'm going to lose my job if I go to it. Okay, this is for the big girls. I mean, some of the things that are said are just ludicrous to me. And when are you going to be responsible for your own actions? You chose to stay there. If I was a judge, the first thing I want to know is why you stay.
Yes.
Did she not pay you? You're going to have to come with me with stuff, not your opinion. And how was you hurt in all this?
Yes.
You know, this is what it is. I mean, it is so hard to sue a doctor. And you mean to tell me you could just go and sue an employer because you don't like working under these conditions? I got an issue with it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, understandable.
I just have an issue, and we're going to follow this. I mean this, baby Crone. We're going to follow this.
Yes.
Here we go. This is the Page of Wands. That represent the girls, and
Yes.
what that tells me, they were new at it. They never had no job like this. They was like country bumpkins in a sense. They wasn't out in the big world. Some of them probably have religious beliefs, but see, there you go again, mixing that religion and the world. It never worked. But this remind me of people, they was on fire, they were young, this probably was their first real job they ever had. They felt good about themselves, and they came into the world of Lizzo, and it just blew their minds. And I can imagine what that world is like. And here is Lizzo. The King of Wands. So, in all due respect, I have to tell you what I see.
Okay.
Yes, I see wands. And you know, wands are very energetic. They happy. They excited. They wands. They energetic. And they love what they do until something comes up. And then I do see, maybe not Lizzo, but I do see that she could rule with an iron fist. I could see that because the King of Wands
King of Swords.
I'm sorry. The King of Swords. Thank you, baby Crone. The King of Swords is very hard. The King of Swords is hard. It doesn't take no punches. Psychologically, it's like, tell me what's going on. Let's get to the point. And I think that's what they worked under. This is the way it is. If you don't like it, leave. Because that's the only way you could get a feel. I'm afraid I'm going to lose my job. Then lose your job. What's more important? Your job, your sanity, your health,
Your
or that
morals?
job? Huh?
I said, or your morals.
Or your morals. That's up to you. But the cards do show, and I tell you how I see it. But these seem that they are very feisty young people, that they're going after her in a way to hurt her. This is deliberately done to hurt her, to make a splash, that you're not going to treat us like that because they hurt. And you know what? When are they going to get another job as dancing as heavy-set women? I'm not saying it isn't. I'm asking a question because I don't know anybody who's hiring for that. I mean, I wouldn't, because I would think of it as a high risk. You know, you may get out there and have a heart attack. I don't know, even though no matter how healthy you are, look at what you call it, son.
Yes.
So anyway, so it does show that she could be a hard person. However, but it's also, you know, it's a king. So a lot is going on. So let's find out what is the block card. That's what we want to know. What is the block card? I got some new cards coming too. I can't wait for them to come. I wanted to use them today, but I couldn't. So when they come, I'll use them.
So, do you think Lizzo's being blackballed?
I don't know if she being blackballed, but I know from anytime Beyonce is in it, then this is reached to the high heavens, and Beyonce not saying her name. So no, I don't know if I would call it a blackballing, but I could call it a shunning.
Okay.
You know, obviously, there is the power that's taking advantage of this. So there's somebody who wants out for Lizzo. That's what it looks like to me. And if not that, then a humiliation ritual. Whatever it is, so somebody's proving that what goes up can come down, and Hollywood has that power, and they are fighting against it now. Everybody is coming out about how the way Hollywood is treated. But anyway, this is Lizzo. This is the problem. It's balance. So what I see here, lack of balance. What do you mean? What I'm seeing is, how can you explain lack of balance?
Not maybe too much work, because she says she rules with an iron fist.
Yeah, she rules hard. She wants the job done. She wants the best for her show. But maybe when she play hard, she play hard. When she work hard, she work hard. And maybe that can be confusing. Like when we work hard and no mercy. And when we play hard. And I want people to play with me. Because who else you gonna play with other than they getting off late at night working? It's the people you work with, right?
Yeah.
So I think she play hard. She work hard and she play hard. That's what I'm getting. And I think that they didn't want no parts of it, but I guess they felt like, you know, if we say no, I don't want to do it.
And like you said, they could be new to the lifestyle.
Yeah, they new to
Lizzo.
definitely.
So maybe they're trying to balance the work, but also what they're used to in this new lifestyle.
Right. They're finding that this is not what they want to do. Right. I agree. I do. I agree with that. I really
And
do.
maybe Lizzo's cut heartness is just like, well, if this isn't for you, then you can just leave.
Then just leave. Right. And her heart, look, you don't like it? Leave. And another thing, Lizzo, if you know that they have mental problems, why would you hire them? I would not hire somebody that they get stressed and they got mental problems. If I didn't know that, I'm not hiring you. You are a detriment to and I'm sorry, I'm not hiring nobody that's sickly, physical or mentally, because look what's happening.
Yeah.
Look what's happening. You done hired somebody who has psychological disease issues and eating disorder. I would not be responsible for that. So therefore, if they had a psychological, that ain't on me. You didn't tell me that. So I don't know. I really want to see how this is going to play out. I really do. So let's lay out cards here. I think you know they're shuffled.
Yes.
They are shuffled to the shuffle to the shuffle to be. But I like to know, so they already done. I think this is good, right? Lizzo. Okay, first card. What do we see? We see, isn't this the 7?
Yes.
We see a 7 and we see illusions, grander illusions, all kind of illusions. And I don't know if this is for the girl, but we'll know for the next time. Okay, so this is how I see this. Let me lay out the third card. The third card. In the first card, what I see, I think these girls had grandiose ideas of what this was going to be like. When they signed their contract, they signed their contracts like children, not understanding the business. This is what I'm seeing. Not really understanding the business, not understanding what this all entailed. They were traveling, they was living large, you know, they was hanging out the fame. You know, it has to be exhilarating. But then when you start seeing things and you're in it long enough, then you start seeing cracks and holes. Then you start finding fault. Now it's like, this ain't good. I don't know if I want to work there. And this is what I think. I think that they started talking amongst themselves. They begin to see the cracks and the flaws. That even happened with Beyonce. Happens with all groups. Come on. So I remember when Madonna back in the day, it's just that way. So I think that, you know, when I think of what do you think of when you think of justice? When you think of justice, because I'm seeing that I see here that it was a mutual contract. I feel like everything was hunky-dory. I think that they were naive, and I think they had grandiose illusions, as anybody would. You know, they made money. They look fabulous.
Yeah.
So neither one of them look malnourished. But then I see well, to me, the 11 is not the 11. So I'm looking at Justice as 8. Right?
Yes.
So go ahead. And 8 would be 11. 8 would be strength.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So the way I see justice is, as we was talking about, a type of balance. However, this type of balance is going to be restored because, you know, justice is about being...
How's it going to be restored if they are suing her? I mean, I don't really see the damage in none of this, really. Just you work with your employer and you didn't get along with her way she worked.
Maybe their justice was finally getting their work.
Maybe. I do think there could be a little truth. I don't know about suing truth, but I do think that it could be working with her and she could be a little rough. I could see that. I'm sorry to say that. I'm really sorry because Rizzo had really put herself out there as advocate for big women and for women, period. So for this is really a dagger to her persona.
Yeah.
This is definitely, so I see a seeker. So when I see the seeker, that lets me know that maybe this has hurt her. She needs to step away for a while. I don't know what Rizzo going to do. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure what Lizzo's
I know. I
going
think
to do.
I could see her being hurt by this.
Yeah, maybe she should take some time.
Then maybe she'll take some time off.
Reflect on herself.
And reflect on
possibly.
herself, right. Yes. I definitely see that maybe, I don't even know if she's touring. Is she?
I'm not sure if she's touring. I know I just saw a video of her the other day on TikTok.
And what was she doing?
It was storming wherever she was, and she was messing around with the lighting.
Oh, well.
Yeah, she doesn't seem very bothered about it on social media.
So I do see temperance, which have a balance, and then I see justice, too. There is another balance. What else with justice do you see? Because I definitely see that maybe this is going to make her be more in balance. Maybe this is what she needed. Maybe this is a wake-up call. Maybe she got too comfortable with her employees. I don't know.
That could be true.
But this seemed like this was a wake-up call. And it just seemed like it hurt Rizzo very much about these girls. And I think it hurt her where she probably did want to fight them because she couldn't believe what was going on. Yeah. And I don't know if it's Lizzo per se or is it Lizzo management. So you got to look at a lot of that. But I definitely want to follow this case. But what did you think about the number 9?
The way I see the hermit is taking time to be...
Taking time?
Yep, taking time to be isolated, withdraw. And
yeah.
By withdrawing, you go within inside yourself.
I agree.
And
I think that she needs this.
Yep,
I think that this has hurt her. I think that this has really hurt her. However, I see another 7. So we have 2 7. This 7 has to do with, is it worth it? Maybe she's feeling bad. Maybe she's feeling like, is this worth it? Is it worth it? I'm trying to help people, and now this, all the work I've done, now it's just, is it laboring in vain? It's just going to ruin my career. I mean, she's going to take a hit for it. However, us American people, we go on so fast. In about another 8 months, I'm blowed over,
yes.
And we be on to the next story, where somebody done swung across the sky in a lightning bolt. And we all over there and forgot about this. But I really think that this 7 shows that this really is bothering her a lot. This is bothering her and make her take inventory of her own self because maybe she wasn't as nice as she could have been. And it could have been by overworked, overwhelmed, stress, whatever. But we'll find out more when they come out. But if you want to sue these people, you're going to have to come with something bigger than what you're coming. This is like peanuts. This is buckets right here. What y'all complaining about is just ridiculous to me. Like I said, here's another King of Wands, and it's somebody that is just looking at it and they are outraged at it, and it seems like somebody wants to take her down. They mad at her. They looking at this as facing, like I said, wanting to take a break, vacation, maybe work too hard, just time away from it. And the person that's looking at her is like somebody, I'm telling you, somebody wants to take a revenge on her. Somebody wants Rizzo. Somebody want her to feel. Somebody want to knock her off her pedestal. Somebody wants to do it. And it's somebody in a higher place that wants to do it and capable of doing it. However, they want to take her down. Whatever, she got enemies. But yet, she's going to rise because I see another king. I see another king. How many kings we have?
3.
We have 1, 2, 3. 3 kings mean what?
The way I see 3 kings.
Because I see
very dominant energy.
Yes, very, very, all kings are fire. So I see fire and I see 3 kings. I'm sorry about that. We got disconnected. So anyway, back to this. Anyway, I see 3 kings and I see justice. So that lets me know that there's a lot of powerful people involved. I don't know if it's just Lizzo or is it other people that's running it. I don't know. But I definitely see the wheel of fortune. I see it. So this lets me know that when this is all said and done, this is going to be a blip on the thing. It's going to all turn around. It's definitely going to all turn around for Lizzo. I mean, this is somebody giving her a wake-up call or whatever. She needs to pull it together. But I definitely see at the end, I think it's going to turn around for her. This is something to really get her attention. And I hope that maybe this is a jolt, that if she is doing something wrong, because I truly believe that there is something that's going on. Do I believe that it needs to be sued? No, no, no. However, but I do see that it is a jolt. And with this jolt, I hope that it changes her for whatever she's slipping into or whatever Lizzo is doing. I hope that this turns her around. Baby Crone, what's your question?
My question is, how is Lizzo in this current moment throughout all this lawsuit allegations?
I imagine she feel gut awful.
Yes.
I would feel awful. I would just be like, I would want to go to my girls and say, anybody unhappy? And I would have them all sign a waiver.
Oh, okay.
If you go out, we hang out, it's what we do. If you don't want to go, don't go. If you don't want to be a part of it, don't. Please leave. I want a group of people that like to hang out and have fun. If you don't want that, I don't want you working for me. So please, leave. You know, let me make it clear. I want people that I can have fun with, you know, and if that's not you, I get it. I get it. I'm not mad, but you can't work for me. And if you're sick, if you have any kind of sickness, I need you to tell me, whether it's physical or whether it's mental. I need to know. Because I don't want you working for me. You're high risk. So what's your question, baby?
How is Lizzo feeling this current lawsuit? Oh.
How's she feeling? And she need hope. She's got to have hope. She's got to feel that things going to work in her favor, you know? Mm-hmm. I would imagine she's thinking, I hope things work in my favor and all this. This has got to be a very tough time, you know? She's being challenged, her ego, her work ethics, all of this. This is a blow. This would hurt my feelings, and would be humiliating for me. Yes. So no, she's hopeful. She's hoping that this go away, and this is a rough time for her. I'm sure she's offended. She's probably angry, right?
Yes.
Why else would she need hope?
Yeah, that is true. How will the lawsuit turn out? Like, will Lizzo stand strong?
Well, here the lawsuit said it would turn out fine. Here the card says that, you know, she's believing that she's got lawyers. She's standing still. She's on that full base. She feel confident. She feel like they can't move her. She feel like she can go up against this. She feel somewhat positive, hurt, hopeful, and yet I'm not going to just sit down and let them do this to me. I'm not going to just let them do this. She's going to come back with a fight back with this because she doesn't feel like she deserves this.
Now, may the cards be able to tell us if the allegations are true?
like I said, when it come down to allegations, I don't really do that because I'm just a card reader. I'm not a soothsayer. But what these cards say, I think it's half and half. I think that they got some points, but is it enough for a suitcase? I think they do have some points, but it's got to be proven. So yeah, with this card, yeah, they got some points, but a lot of this seemed like pomp and circumstance. So we're gonna have to wait it out. Some things you can't see. I just see it that it's a little maybe unbalanced, maybe. But these girls gotta have responsibilities for their own action as well. So we'll see how that play out.
Okay. My next question is, with Lizzo in the media, I want to know, will Lizzo be able to like stand strong during this suit? Because it seems like she's unbothered by
I think
the
that
media.
she's going to have a lawyer. She's going to have someone she's going to talk to. Of course she's going to stand strong. Of course, most definitely. She's going to stand strong. She has no other choice but to stand strong. I think I have a question.
Okay.
And I would like to know, I had it, but by the time you got your question out, it ran away from my brain. But nevertheless, I can definitely think of something. But I'm staring at this card, and this card let me know sometimes things gotta fall down. Maybe she got a little cocky, maybe she got a little comfortable, but I see that this is definitely a shot to her ego, and I think that this is something she needed to be humbled. And I don't know how humble you can be when Beyonce stops saying your name when she says your name. That's humbling to me. In a way, because she thought it was the best thing to hear her name. So when Beyonce stops saying your name, that's something, that's power speaking. And yet, even Beyonce has been caught up in things with her group, and her famous dance are gone. And you hear things. But what I want to know is, do these girls dislike Lizzo?
Okay.
Well, they fight against her. I see that they fight against her. They fight against the workings of it. When you work with something long enough, you can find fault with it. I don't like the way you do this. I don't like she's mean that. I'm separating yourself. So yes, I see that they were fighting against the system. Yeah. And could Lizzo been a little nicer to them? Yeah. She could have been a little nicer. But why? Why was Lizzo so hard? If she was hard, why do you think that she was hard? Temper is shown out again. Out of balance. Sometimes just out of sorts. Sometimes you just gotta learn. Power driven, or maybe not power, just not thinking about other people's feelings. Whatever it was enough where it really, they had enough, and they got together and they started a mutiny, and they're going after her. Do I think they have a strong case? If you ask me, absolutely not. I feel as though they may settle out of court. If they don't, I don't see what much they're going to get out of this. It was no real damage done. This is just a suing of, I don't like working for you, and I was asked to leave, and I'm mad, so I'm suing. This is what this is what happened to me. This is the way I see it. I feel as though this was wrong, so I'm going to sue you. This is what it is. This is how I see it. I really do. And the last card, do you have a question? How is this case going to turn out, honestly? Yeah, it turns out here. Like I said, the Page of Wands at the beginning, so it would turn out like the same. Like I said, I think it's going to be in Rizzo's fault. If anything, they're gonna settle out of court. They may get a little something, but that's it. That I don't see this really making such a big splash. No, it's nothing major. It's just enough. Somebody wants to come up against Rizzo, and they are doing so. And somebody wants to definitely tarnish her and humble her. So they're really doing it. This is really happening. And so these girls, you got to understand, now that I know who they are, I wouldn't hire them.
No.
I wouldn't hire them for nothing. They could never get a job from me. Ever. And if that's what you do to Lizzo, then no. Yes.
I did want to mention that the card that was at the bottom of that deck
Yes, please.
was also the Hermit. Not that deck, the other deck.
The Hermit. Here it is. I think this has really hurt her. I really do. And I think that she's just going to go away. See, think about it. Not go away much. Because I don't know if she's in a concert. Is she doing a concert right now? I don't think so.
I don't think so, because she was just at Beyonce's concert.
Right. So while you're looking this up, let me get all the cards together.
She has one event in October,
Okay.
and that's in France.
Okay. Yeah, so this is really, this really hurt her in a sense. You ready?
Yes, I am.
I have the 14.
Okay.
I have 7,
All right.
2, 11, 9, 7, and 10, and 16.
Oh, okay, that's a 4.
Okay.
Now that is very fitting, because at the very start of this video, when you asked what time it was 4:40. And now her number is a 4, so that's 3 4s. So who knows, maybe
Break it down for me, 3 4s.
3 4s, because at the very start of this video,
Well, 4s mean good.
right foundation.
They mean a good foundation. Look at the back and tell me what that 4 is, because I wrote it down. I just don't remember. But I do remember 4s being good. 4 4s. Well, this was 3
3
4s.
4s,
So
yes.
3 4s means really good. It's an
Abundance.
alliance.
No, it has to do with abundance and being persistent.
Yeah, so this being persistent, like I said, I think the 4s is good. The foundation is good. I think this is a wake-up call.
Right, and putting in the effort.
Putting
so
in the effort. And I think that
maybe she needs to rearrange and change her foundation.
change her foundation or the way she do things. But this is something for to wake her up. This is really something that is for her to wake up and to fix what's wrong, so she doesn't lose her standards, because she got enemies
Yeah.
and people there waiting for her to fall. But I'm not her enemy, and I'm supporting Lizzo because I just honor anybody that just give these girls that was overweight a chance. And when I saw them, they look absolutely fabulous. So you just say you work for Lizzo. You had a very bad experience and it wasn't your cup of tea. And that may not be the life for you. You may not like the life of a dancer.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Lizzo never said that she was the queen of goodness. She always act thotty, if you ask me. Is that all right? Can I say thotty?
Yes, that is true. She does act that way.
And I'm not saying she is a thought, but she definitely don't have a problem with shaking her derriere in front of people with a thong.
Or showing off her body.
Or showing off her body. So it's really shocking to see or hear this. But sometimes it's just your time. And whatever it is, fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it. So is there anything else we want to say about Lizzo?
Nope, that is all.
Well, that's what I got about it. That's what I got about her. I just feel like everything is going to blow over. I think the girls are going to blow over. I think that this was all new and they wasn't used to it, and they just like coming out of the country, like country bumpkins, and into this big fat flashy world that they were uncomfortable with. And maybe through this, Lizzo will learn. But one of the things that if Lizzo could do anything, you should have to hire people that like the lifestyle you like. You shouldn't hire anybody that is sick in any way, and you shouldn't hire anybody that doesn't like to party. You know you like to party, and we party with our guests because that's who we party with. When you get off from work, it's late. You only got your dancers and your managers and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
So with that being said, I wish Lizzo the best. I will be following this. Will we not be?
Yes, we will.
Maybe Crone, and we'll see how this turns out. So please stay tuned as we do Miley Cyrus. Sunflowers.